Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This barely fits on the screen. We're doing a Miniverse Make It Mini Spaces. This is the ice cream shop. I also have the pizza shop, and they're going to be able to stack and either connect or just place them together. So it looks like they connect, kind of like a little mall, so that's cool. There's also another ice cream place, a bakery, and like a taco shop. I don't think those have been released, but this one and the pizza one have been released. So that is tons of fun. It shows you all the pieces on the back, so we're going to be doing the walls, the floor, the tile, all that fun stuff. And yeah, let's go ahead and open it. This is what it looks like on the inside. That took an embarrassing amount of time to open because it was all these little holes you see on the side had elastic bands and they were hard to cut through. I had to like lift them up with a tweezer and then cut them with a scissor. So we have our shelves that are going to pop in. We have things that are packaged. This particular one has our little containers that I think the ice cream goes in. We have this tool. We have a palette. And then we have one of these that you could scan on the app, so I'll do that here in just a moment. You need to download the app if you want to like play the game and collect stuff. And here we have, of course, an ice cream scoop. Some mint chocolate ice cream, mint chocolate chip is what it says. Neapolitan. And some waffle bowls. That's cute, there's 2 in there. And then this says fragile. Oh my. These all of our tiles. So we have an entire bag of white tiles. The one side that looks like a waffle goes face down, so the nice smooth side is showing. So we have those, and then I would assume these ones are the pink ones that match it. And it is, it's gonna be very cute. And then these say fragile. Let's open it up. We have some yellow pieces. Maybe a counter? Oh, a shelf. Looks like something we're gonna build. I'm gonna try to place it like in piles as I'm opening it so we don't mix stuff up. We do have placemat. These are some clear, I thought that was broke at first, clear shelves that maybe go with what we just opened. We'll put that in another pile. This tape is very strong. There we go. Ooh, that reminds me of those wafer cookies. Remember those?
Oh, those are bussin'.
They're bussin'. So we have those. That's
They're
cute.
really good.
Put that in a pile. And then I think our last pile is oh, that's probably the top of the little ice cream counter where we're going to put those little buckets or trays.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have what I think is the walls and the floor. Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like connecting to a wall.
Yes.
Oh my
and then
gosh.
That's the pegboard that you can push the shelves through. We have some stickers. Cool, they're bent. That's always fun. Oh my gosh, lots of stuff. I think this is wallpaper pieces.
Ooh, they look cute.
And then they do give you stickers and you could kind of like customize it and put on the walls, and that's what those look like.
Those are
Instructions we'll look at in a minute. And these I think go on top of the wall to hold everything together. And then this is the floor, I would assume. And then we have these beautiful pieces that go on there. And like here's the other wall. And then the sticker that would go over it. That is so cool. I love these colors. So let me clean up and we'll look at the instructions. I feel like this takes some time to study. It looks like you can make it all sorts of different ways. So you can do the stripes or you can use the blue. This, what I thought was with wall, is actually double-sided tape. So that's what we're going to be using to put the floor in. hopefully that holds up well. And then they show you to use the corner pieces with the hole to line up. That way you can add like the pillar and then connect them. And then it shows you doing that side and then kind of doing layer by layer by layer going up so that it's all that nice pattern. And again, there's a pink one with a hole that's going to go in that corner where this hole lines up. So yeah, that part is pretty simple. It looks like there's a strip you remove that sticks to the wall, and then you could remove the rest of it and, like, you know, put it on there nicely. So hopefully there's no wrinkles. And then there's the blue. So you can make it like different colors based on what they give you. There's wall trim if you want to use the wall trim. And then you put the walls together and then put that L shape over it, and that's what secures it, so it's not going to be all loosey-goosey. I really like the teal. I like that a lot. Okay, and then hold up to a light to locate holes. Oh, okay, so you can see the pegboard, and that's how you push these pieces through, and then you lay the planks over them, and it shows you that. So that's what that tool's for, to poke out the hole. And then you could build the furniture, decorate it how you want it. And then it shows you how to connect to the other stores. I think that's so fun. So yeah, and then of course it shows you how you could connect them and then like other stuff you can get. I did get this sign. I haven't opened these yet, the individual containers. This is very easy to find. And then I got a few other select ones that I wanted. So those will be upcoming in a video, but I'm very excited for that. So let's put the floor together. So I guess first you need to decide what style you want. You could do the tiles on the floor, but then they also put tiles on the wall back here. I think I'm gonna go for the tiles on the floor with the blue wall and maybe that, the yellow. I don't know. It's very customizable. But we're gonna add the double-sided tape first. So you're supposed to put one over where that hole is and then lay the other ones going this way. It kind of takes a lot of looking at this and trying to interpret it. Yeah, but it also says there's a QR code you can scan for instructional videos, so that's really cool. So I scanned the QR code and it shows you how to do random builds. None of which, what the heck? Do you have to cut these? Because they're not coming off. Oh, I guess it was just that one. So the sticky part should come up with it. That one did not lift, that one. It was staying stuck to it. All right, so this first one we're doing, they have it, yeah, like this. And we're gonna go over the hole. All the way up like that. And then you pull that off. Okay. I'm gonna lay them all first and then I'll do that. But yeah, like I was saying, the QR code, it doesn't show you how to build this. It just shows you random ones like lobster rolls and things like that. So that's kind of weird. I counted and it looks like it shows 8 going this way. So I need to figure out where I'm going to place all those. I think I'm gonna kind of box them in first. I'm gonna put one up here. Maybe I should have done that because the sticky goes over the thing. Oops. Yeah, I probably should have scooted that down. Oh well. Too late now. See, I guess I do need to remove them because they're going to be too long. I don't know. It's experimental per usual. I'm sure there's extra pieces, I would assume. It shows 8 going this way. I don't know. We're gonna keep going. I'm gonna put, there's one at the very bottom, boxing it in. And then there's like 8 here, I think I counted. So let me lay those out and then I'll be back to pull off the sticker. It's not even, but I guess it'll be okay. I'm gonna start pulling these off. And maybe I should have did that as I was laying it, because it's gonna be hard to get that last one off because the stuff's overlapping it. But we'll see. I like with the Harry Potter one, we got to glue it down and we did have to wait like a considerable amount of time in between, but I like it. It held up, it was durable. I am a little slightly concerned about these stickers. Some of them are not lifting well. So let me get all these off. Okay, that wasn't too bad, and it's just kind of lifting there, so maybe that'll be fine. Then we're gonna start with this one that has the hole in the corner. I'm gonna lay that first. Make sure it's all lined up nicely and flush there, I think it is. So yeah, okay. I'm scared that that's not gonna hold well, but guess we gotta trust it. Now we're gonna do the white going up next to it like that. Yeah. Just like that. And then we're gonna go down here. So it's gonna stack the pink. It's gonna keep laying like that. Nice and close. Scooch it on up to that line. This is probably the part that's going to be the most time consuming, but fun. Trying to make sure it's kind of put it in like this and then drop it. I think it's off just a tad, but it's okay. So I will finish this part because it's going to take a while, and then I'll be back to do, I think, the walls. This is what it looks like with the first layer. Very cute, and it's the same pattern where all the pink ones go that way, and then you put a pink one here and just keep going down. Pretty easy. I'm gonna let Raylan do the rest, and yeah. I'm not sure where I'm going wrong, but it's like lining up nicely, but it keeps getting shorter at the top. Let me show you. See how it lines up, and then it's like a little bit down, but they're all flush here. So it's not like they're hanging over and that's taking from there. So I'm not sure where I went wrong, but I'm gonna keep plugging away because I don't know that we can fix it. Okay, so this is what it looks like. We have 2 whites, 2 pinks left over. They did give us one that if you want to do like the reverse colors or something for that hole. I don't know where I went wrong. It's flat against here, but just this particular area. I mean, I guess it's possible one of the triangles is a little bit different sized. I don't know. I'm not too concerned about it because we're putting a wall here and we'll have stuff in here, and this is the prettier, better looking area that you're going to be able to see, so whatever. For the walls though, we've decided, since we love this color so much, both walls are going to be that color, and then we will put this over that to kind of tie the floor and everything. We're not going to use the yellow stripes, but definitely save them. You could always go back and redo it or maybe use it on one of the other shops. So let's do the walls. So it's going to look like this, but this is going to use that double-sided tape, and it lines up pretty much exact. They even put like a lip in there for the doorway, which I like. So we're going to lay the tape on here. It shows a tape here, 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 and then one across the top. So that's nice because what is that, 4, 5, 5. Okay, we have some left on this sheet, and then we have that whole other sheet. So I think we might have some left over in case you need to glue stuff or add more to certain areas. Let's do like that. Okay, so I have the 4 on the wall. I'm going to remove that, and then I'm going to put that top strip going across the top. This is pretty easy. Oops, I keep putting my hand in the sticky tape. And that other one that was not lifting correctly, the piece of tape, I just lifted it from the other side and it's fine. Could be a little tricky to grab them here, but there we go. I have a full other sheet, so I'm going to take this from that one and lay it across the top like that, and then remove it. Like that. All right, so now we're going to take this I'm just going to lay it on there very lightly and look at it up close, see if I need to move it. It's kind of hard to tell, but I think it's lined up good. You can look at it from the back and you see, I feel like it could be moved up a smidgen, but it's kind of hard to repurpose, or not repurpose, but move it. But it's lined up good here and here because you don't want it to come down too far or else it can't snap into the wall. So I think it's fine. And just kind of go in and press it. Next wall. Okay, now to make sure this is going the right direction, because it looks like it does matter, you can see the bottom of that looks very different than that top part. The top part has these like 3 little things. It's showing that facing up. So make sure you don't do your wall upside down because that probably does matter. And now for this one, it doesn't show how much to put. So it does show we're going to need 2 of these for this piece. I might put 3 on it, but I think that's plenty. We have like probably more than 10 there. And then I don't think it matters which way that goes. It looks all the same. Oh no, is it longer? Are we supposed to cut it? They don't tell us these things. Maybe it just clips behind it. So it doesn't tell you what to do with this, should you make this a wall, but it is longer. And I think that's gonna need to be cut because this is gonna go on top and you're supposed to see that on the outside. And I tried seeing if I could put that on it and tuck it underneath, and I don't think so. So I'm just going to take a scissor and just make as straight of a line as I can. But I guess that's not even important because this will cover it. But either way, I'm gonna do that first just to avoid that step, and I thought maybe it was different size. It's not, it's long, no matter how you turn it. Okay, I kind of held it up sideways and then clipped it and then removed it and just made a straight of the line. And now it fits exact to a T. So now let's put the glue. Again, doesn't tell you how to do that. I'll probably do the sides and then maybe go across like that in between the holes. I think I'll start at the bottom. Maybe I'll do that. Make it as close as possible. Yeah, I'll scooch them all down and then put one like that. Maybe that's a better idea. Gosh dang it. See, sometimes they don't lift, so you gotta pay attention. Make sure it lifts the glue off of there. And then I'm gonna try to go in between those lines. Maybe every other one, and then I can probably have enough to do the sides. Okay, so I did this every other kind of space. Now I'm gonna remove those, and I think I'll do 1 on each side. And then that leaves me with 2 extras that I didn't use. So just an FYI in case you want to add more to that first wall or something. You should have a little bit left. And instead of adding 2 to this pink part, I'm going to add 3. So even with the 3, I still have 2 extra double-sided things to work with. I accidentally kind of went around the corner with that one. I wasn't lining it up the best. And I'm doing this with the camera in between me, so that's not always the easiest either. Let's put this one over here. I don't think it matters that you need to avoid those dotted things, but I'm just trying not to put the glue over them. But probably not the biggest deal in the world. Okay, now this I think is the front because the back side sticks out. So let's try to line it up with the bottom as best we can. very loosely, and then look at it from all angles before you press it down. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Then I'm gonna put that on there. I think that'll look cute. Which way does it go? Does it go in or out? Out, right? Popping out at you, that would make sense. I added that middle one, which is extra than what they tell you to do. But I think it's good for reinforcement, and we have extra strips anyway, so why not? All right, so now I'm gonna flip this over and line it up to the bottom of that beautiful teal color. Just like that. Yeah, I think this is gorgeous. So now we get to pop the walls in and see what it looks like. Sure. Okay, so here's our base, and I did stick that in there just so there's a little hole, because that's where this goes. Doesn't matter which way it goes. I imagine it goes like that, so you can't see that part. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there now, because I'm probably gonna stack the pizza shop right on top of this. Who knew? I'll say, does it not go in? It feels crooked. Wrong way, maybe. Or maybe the tile doesn't match up right. Let me hold it while I put it in there. Maybe I should do that part first. Yeah, that was a false alarm. It goes in fine. It just, you have to be a little forceful with it. And I think these just snap in. Okay, that was nice. We're gonna ignore the gap in the background. I'm gonna show you a better view of this in a moment, so don't worry. And then this snaps in. Locks up. Is it not snap in? Chelsea, please don't tell me I did this on the wrong side. This is a bad angle, but I'm gonna add this to the top. It's gonna pull the walls together, and it just snaps in very nice and easy. Now let me change camera angle so you can see what I'm doing here. Here's kind of a better angle. I think because of the thickness of this, it does kind of need to be away from the very bottom of this. I did have to readjust it, and it still kind of wants to pop out of that corner. But yeah, I think this will look better once it has something on top of it, because there's a gap up here too. It's all the way down. I don't know, but once you start adding stuff to it, I think it'll be fine. Speaking of, we're gonna need to put our shelves in. This is probably not a good angle, but you see how I have this flashlight so I could see the holes behind it? So that's where I'm using this tool to punch it out. So 1, 2, 3 should be where that one goes. It's not hard, but you do have to use a little bit of force like that. Okay, I have them all punctured in there. Now let's snap these in. Hopefully, yeah, that's pretty easy. Okay, okay, perfect. So that snaps in, we get the other side, and then we lay those waffle cone looking shelves just across it. So these just go like that. I wish there was like a cutout there so it rests on the bar so it doesn't really move, because these will move. So now we're going to build the ice cream display. So we're going to take the long part, like this. I imagine that's the outside of it. And then these are going to snap. I was looking at the wrong yellow piece. They have a little notch there, and it shows it here. So you want to make sure it's facing that way. Then this goes like this. And then that other one goes like this. And then it sets in this thing. Okay, that's pretty easy. Yeah, looks like it only goes one way, so like that. And then we have our glass pieces. So we're going to take those. We have this long one. Again, that notch goes in the corner like that. And then we have these ones that go on the side. Like so. Oh, I forgot we get to do stickers too. You get to help. Yeah, you get to help decide.
Can I put these in?
Oh, 1 second. Trying to figure out. She said too bad. Oh, this goes on top. And then this goes where? Okay. This goes across where those notches are, and then this is going to set on top to kind of make it all secure. Snap, snap. And she already set the containers in there. This is going to go on top of that. Snap, snap. Oh, that went off the side. Uh-oh, why is it longer? Just gotta squeeze it in. Think so. So that's what it looks like. You can store stuff down there. You can put the ice cream on display, take it out of here, put it on there. So these are the stickers we get. There's one for each flavor. That way we can, I think we're gonna put them like right in front of each one. And then you can do Happy Sun Creamery. You can put it here. So it has the name across it, and then there's today's specials. I might put that one on the wall, but I think a lot of the stickers I'm gonna put on here. So we'll do that. This is how we have it so far. So we have all the flavors, and I have something funny about that. They only give us 2 ice creams, and I checked, and that's correct. So the mint goes with the mint, Neapolitan goes with Neapolitan. You didn't give us no rainbow ice cream. What's up with that? And in the picture, it shows like, I think a scoop of the vanilla over there. I'm like, how is that rainbow? I have questions. Is it speckled maybe? Maybe it has rainbow sprinkles. It's got nothing. I'm like, you could have splurged maybe and gave us. I know. Maybe there's supposed to be rainbow sprinkles. No. I don't believe so. And then they give us 4 of that. Like, that's kind of weird. Anyways, I'm gonna have her put those in there, and then we're gonna put some stickers on the wall. And I also have to show you this. So I just opened this. This, you have to tap it in the app, which I will show you. So within the app, you go to this and plus, and then scan, and then you tap the back of it. Whoops, there we go. And then you can collect all those ingredients, and then you could use it to make recipes if you want to play the game in here, and then it like colors it in, so you have like your collection in here. My only regret is that they didn't start this from the beginning, because that would have been cool and we could have seen our whole collection in here. But yeah, if you have problems getting it to scan, you do have to tap or turn on that, what's called like non-cash payment, the NC something. NCP. I can never remember the acronym, but you have to turn it on. That way your phone will tap with it, if that makes sense. Okay, and then we found this. This slides in here, so you have a shelf under there, and that's where you can store your stuff if you want, or you can put those on the shelf that we have on the little the wall that we put in. Let's finish stickering it, and then we'll show you how it looks. Okay, so this is what it looks like. We put the Happy Sun Creamery on the background in the menu because she wants the display case to go right there. And then we put our leftovers on the shelf. This, I don't really know the purpose, but in the other ones, it just shows it like under the shelves. Sorry if you hear thunder in the background. But yeah, we do have the pizza shop. We'll be doing that next. Now that I feel like I got the hang of it, hopefully that one goes smoother. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you want to see next. Follow me on Facebook. I have all sorts of Miniverse and Mini Brands new stuff that I will be filming here shortly and posting. But you guys wanted to see this one first based on Facebook. So yeah, here it is. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.